Today we're going to talk about forward folding. There's a lot of controversy on forward folding, on whether you should round your back, whether your back should be flat, whether your knee should be bent, blah, 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 blah. My first piece of advice is to listen to your body. Obviously, we all have different shaped bones, different lengths of our torsos, different leg lengths, all kinds of anomalies and variations. So, what is a flat back for someone in forward fold may not be the best for someone else, depending on their body type. With that said, personally, I like to try to keep my back long and flat in a forward fold, to an extent. So the first cue I'll give you, we'll start from the ground up. You want to keep your feet hip width apart, spread your toes as wide as you can, and try to prevent what we've talked about through this whole elemental empowerment series and a lot of my videos. Do not let your ankles collapse in like this. You really want to spread the floor apart, and as you do so, you should feel your glutes on the side turn on. Bringing us up through the leg, you want your quads to be pretty activated, about 50%, but keep a little looseness in your knee. Don't really lock out your leg. Keep a little micro bend in your knee. And then think about scooping your pelvis so that your pubic bone becomes a little bit more magnetized to your sternum. So this is going to put you in Tadasana, okay? From here, as we fold down, we'll bring our arms overhead, stretch up long through the spine, maintaining that integrity and that scoop of the pelvis. And then as we fold forward, keep that pressure of your feet pushing against the floor, pushing apart like that. And you'll feel a nice openness within your hips as you come down. And try to come down with a flat back. So I'll turn to the side so you can see that. So as I come down, I've got my pelvis tucked, I got my low belly pulled in, everything's nice and long. And then I'm going to try to come down nice and slow with a flat back. Once I'm down here, I like to bend my knees first. And the big cue that I give a lot of people is to rest the bottom of your ribs onto the thighs. And to do that, you have to bend the knee first. Unless you're like super duper flexible, then you can just go right down. But it's nice to start here because we bring our back into a place of full extension, but not hyperextension. So hyperextension, you can see there's a curve right here. Full extension, without that, is just nice long back. If this is enough for you and your hamstrings are like, okay, we're good, then just stay here and take a few breaths. If your quad or your hamstrings have a little more space and mobility, then you can start to push down through your feet and lift your tailbone up. Notice that nothing's going on in my upper body up here. A lot of times I'll see people come into forward fold like this, and that's their forward fold, and they have all this space in here. To really get the benefit of the hamstring stretch, then you want to keep that attachment of your ribs to your thighs and move from the legs. And your legs will tell you when your hamstrings are ready to stop, which I always recommend that you respect your limitations. So I like to take a big breath in as I lift my hips a little higher and maintain that spreading apart of the floor, but only about 50%. Don't do it like 100%. You're going to be really sore the next day if you do that. Then from here, I still have that flat back, but now once I've reached my limitation, I can't straighten out anymore from here, and my legs are kind of telling me that. Then I can let my head drop and let the gravity kind of take over my upper body. And that is how I recommend getting into forward fold. If you have any questions, put them in the box below, and I will get back to you personally. Take care.